Alright, today I'm covering the site of Fighter Aircraft 1, or the cow pasture as the Marines call it. There's not much here today, and it's just open field, and I notice there's a lot of squatters been moving in, so join me today on my walk and see what we can find. Introduction. Not much left here today, just an open field. The Marines called it the cow pasture, because initially when I think they built it in September of 1942. Some consider it auxiliary field of Henderson Field. The fighter aircraft operated out of here, and the bomber aircraft operated out of Henderson. So you can notice it's not much left, just open fields all around. A lot of the planes getting bogged in this area. They said, like I said, the cow pasture, and relating to cows getting bogged. So hear the bell over there, it means church. This is a Sunday morning. There's not many relics left of this place, but I'll walk around and see what I can find. Probably like a lot of these places here, you'll see this very high kunai grass. Here we're looking at the two large radio masts. A lot of my videos I always refer to in the distance. I say, look at these two radio masts. That's basically denotes the site and location of Fighter 1. It's a bit of a reference point for you. That's looking west, by the way. I don't know if you can see in the background. Let me see if I can zoom into it. Yeah, just through the top of the grass there, that's Mount Austin. See if I can pan around. That's looking south. Now we're going west. Almost slipped off the front of my troopy, which would actually been quite funny. So we're looking north now. There's really nothing here left except for the houses they've built on. That's actually the runway. Nice flat area, so why not take advantage of it? It's a large antenna farm I'm standing in the middle of too, by the way. So a lot of famous Marine fighter pilots from the Cactus Air Force flew from this location, like Foss, Smith, Marion, quite a number. In fact, Joe Foss had 26 of his kills flying right from this airfield itself. Let's looking southeast in the jungle line there. Right on the other side of that is Alligator Creek, and the Marines, especially from September onwards, had a defensive line bordering that jungle line there facing east. They also had a small bridge there over a place called the Overland Track. I'll do another episode later about that. The scene of a diversionary attack on the Battle of Bloody Ridge in September 13th. I first thought these large concrete blocks was maybe in part of World War II, and I thought, oh, I've got a good relic here. But then I started noticing, you'll see these radio masts here. These are actually, I guess, anchors for the radio mast, so, yep, not World War II. All right, I'm about to take this photo here. I mentioned earlier about the Wildcats here on Fighter 1 in front of a nice little hill rise. I'm about to take this to the locals that actually live on this rise. So there's a photo of the picture. There's the rise. So I'm walking to a local's house just to give some photos of the area. I was speaking to him, I think about 4 or 5 weeks ago. They basically have no clue what their little houses and huts are built on. I know they find things from time to time, but you know, they don't know there were actually a large airfield was operating out of here. They knew the war actually happened, but like I said, they have no clue what was in their own backyard. In fact, one of them were telling me the other day that they found a 50-gallon or 44-liter drum full of fuel from World War II, and just said very good quality. So imagine it was aviation fuel, so they're using it. So why not? All right, on the way up to see this local, I've always got my eye on the ground looking for relics. So I thought it was shrapnel to start with. It's definitely probably war period. Looks like an old pipe or part of a pipe. Who knows? Yeah, Marston matting. Almost tripped on it. So I don't know if they've used it like a culvert or a drain. That's the matting they used to put over the airfield. I think they've made into a drain. It's like a little drainage ditch here. Pretty cool find. I've just walked up this slight rise that the Wildcats was pictured in front of. So now I have a good overall view. That's looking north of the airfield. So the strip set right out there, right in front of us. And you'll see it with a photo I'll post of the what it looked like at the time. That's facing west. Yep, you see the drums?
Yeah, these drums are all over.
Yes. So the top of this hill, you reckon?
Yeah.
Stack of drums, huh?
Many drums, stack of drums.
So the whole top of the hill has these drums like
Yeah.
this. So they evened it out, I think, and made it nice and flat with drums on top.
Because when rain come and the ground compact, you can see how these hills.
Many drums
Yeah.
on this hill.
Yeah.
Is these drums empty? You know?
This drum's empty.
Okay, empty, yeah. Oh, empty. Oh yeah, I see a whole lot of drums here.
Lot of drums.
That's pretty clever. All right, so you said there was an old building here during the
My
earthquake?
grandfather told me that one.
Yeah, and it fell down in this hole. Old concrete building, World War II.
Yeah.
And it's sitting right on the edge of the ridge.
When earthquake comes,
Yes.
collapse all this,
It
all
collapsed.
that building.
That's a pretty deep hole there. I can see the concrete. And it goes over to the other side. And over there would have been the airstrip. That was quite a productive trip when I handed those photos off to Nick and his family. Unfortunately, Nick told me his father died 4 weeks ago, and I just spoke to a nice old fella probably about 6 weeks ago, so that wasn't good. But anyway, Nick and his family appreciated the photos, and it's like anything, you're very nice to people, and you know they're in return will give you a favour. And the favour he gave me was he showed me where those 50-gallon drums were on top of the hill. Very curious to why they were buried all underground, nice and even, so I didn't know whether they were serving as foundations. So I gave Nick the advice if he's got any buildings on top of those rusty drums, maybe he needs to move them because they're not that stable. But yeah, very interesting find. This is looking west. This is part of the original runway. I don't know if you can hear the prop plane. Actually gives a good ambient sound. This puts us in the 1942 almost. But anyway, looking straight down the west, this is part of the original runway. It's very well packed, crushed coral, fairly straight. It's only just a short distance, but the only thing really left of the original runway. What I've came across now, there's not many left, probably the only one actually left is aircraft revetments. And basically this is where the Marines would put the Wildcats and later the other fighters. They would actually park them in here. Locals call them aircraft houses. So it's just a small berm. Sometimes used to have the Quonset huts with the round houses over the top of them. See if I can bust my way through this thick grass. That's the berm there. I'll get back to you in a second. Hopefully I don't get lost in this grass, but I'll be back. Well, I'm back. Yep, I didn't fall in a hole. I'm still out here. You can actually see them starting to come into actually the revetment itself. I really wish this grass was low so we could see, but that's one side of the wall is in a horseshoe shape. So coming around and that's the other side of the wall. And the airplane would have set right in here. I think this is the one you can see from Google Earth actually. I said before, yeah, I think this is the only one left, but I think I'm mistaken. I found one more. Looks like a second one or a third one. And there's a fourth one. So I know exactly where I'm at on the airfield now. So it was like a route pattern. You had one road that would come in, a taxiway, then would branch off into different small revetments. I'm pretty sure I got a photo of it. Yeah, this is a pretty cool find. I've never been in here before. It was the fourth revetment, so that's a great example of it slightly cleared the back side of one. So just hopefully the locals don't start knocking these down. I think these are the only four that's left. Just to give you a location of these four revetments I've located and where they situated on the airfield itself. So that's looking south. The revetments was on the far east. That's looking across to the west. It's Mount Austin. That was the radio mast I showed you earlier. So we're looking at the runway would have been directly out in front of us. Taxiways in between us and runway, and obviously the taxiways to these revetments. Here we have a small hill that I'll try to do some photo comparison to. So I'm standing on the west end of the runway. I'm pretty sure that small ridge line in front of us with a hut on the top right. I have a photo with a whole lot of tents on top and some wildcats sitting right beside it, in front of it. Let's see what the photo comparison turns out to be.